Okay. Yeah. So, our first question was having to do with any projects ongoing for refurbishing the library.
Okay. Yeah. Currently, there's one project that has been active. It's been running for close to a year now, where we are trying to refurbish the ablution blocks, all the conveniences for students are being refurbished, and this is being done with support from UNZA alumni. So perhaps I would even take advantage now to appeal to all UNZA alumni from wherever they are to keep donating to this very good cause. So what we've done is we've been refurbishing the gents and the ladies ablutions at the main entrance and across the library up to deck 14. The bathrooms are being refurbished. So that we hope it will be completed very soon. Yeah, so that is the main thing that we are doing in the library concerning the refurbishment. Other projects are yet, we are still planning because they are quite costly. Even just the ventilation, the air conditioning of the library is extremely expensive. And so we are trying to looking for funding and see when we can start. But at the moment, we don't have that. We don't have adequate funds to do the ventilation and air conditioning of the library. Yeah. So basically, that's for now, for this year. That is what we are running with.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the comment also on the books. Many students are not aware of the vast information base that is there that the library provides. So if you could just briefly run us through that as well.
Okay. So basically, we as the library, we try to ensure that we update the collections as the funds are available. Okay, we liaise with the teaching staff who we request for reading lists for students, prescribed books. We always send requests to deans to ask to give us the prescribed books for students. Where we have funds, we do try to buy these books. And of course, the funds are not adequate to meet the needs of every student adequately because we have over 25,000 students. So whatever resources we have may actually be too little. But we do every single day, we are adding, members of staff are adding books to the collection, as you will see later. So we buy, we have different sources of acquisition of books. We do buy directly from publishers, from our own resources, which are not adequate anyway. Then we also get donations from cooperating partners for books. And when I say donations, we do get donations solicited and unsolicited. So in this case, when we solicit for donations, we tell them what we want. Okay? So those books that we get from our lecturers, some of them we send to our cooperating partners who give us the books that we request for. But of course, it's not guaranteed that they will give us everything that we want. Then we also receive unsolicited for those that just come. When these books arrive, we don't just put them in the collection. We assess and see whether they are relevant to our curriculum and whether they are up to date. We never accept outdated books. So if we receive any outdated books, we donate them back away to other needy institutions. But those that we have solicited for, we know that we have asked for books that we are relevant to our needs, so we incorporate them in the collection. Now, I know that students have always complained that they don't have adequate books. I mean, books are outdated. To some extent, yes, they could be right, but not completely. Why do I say that? I would want to question you. I can pose this question back to you. How do you know that we don't have outdated books? Yes, by just going upstairs to look, you may think, yes, the books are outdated. But what happens is, when we buy these new books, we catalog them, they're in the system. You, because you just go up to check, you may not see that this book is in. Why won't you see it? It's because when the books arrive, because of the numbers of students we have, they never sit on the shelves. The new books never sit on the shelves. They are always in the hands of students being borrowed around. So because you just went straight to the collection, you will not know that the very latest books on philosophy, psychology, I know we have very good books in psychology which we buy all the time. You will not be able to tell that this book is in, because you didn't search the database where the books are being stored. And how do you tell? How do you search? The catalog, the same, the database that we're talking about, this is in layman's language, but in the librarian or in the library nomenclature, we call it the OPAC, Online Public Access Catalog. It is online. You can actually search it from the comfort of your bedroom, at home, in Cherenge, wherever you are. You can actually search our catalog. It's there on the website for Invest of Zambia. Invest of Zambia website, you check the UNZA link, UNZA library, sorry, the library link, you'll find a link called catalog. So when you search the catalog there, you can actually search by subject, you can search by title of the book, or you can search, if you know the author, you can actually search by author. So the books, it will list all the books that are there. That way, you will be able to tell that, oh, actually there's a book authored by Kasoma, for instance. It's in the book. It will show you the location of the book. Some of the books are in restricted areas, like the special collections. So you need special permission from your head of department or your lecturer to access the special collections. So those are under restricted access, so you access them within the library, you can borrow. But there are some books that are just on the shelf, but like I said, because of the demand, they never sit on the shelf, they are always being borrowed. So the only way you can have access to that book is when you search for it and you find it. Then you can go to the issue desk and say, hey, I noticed that we have this book, but it's not on the shelf. Can I reserve? So you can reserve that book. So that next time the person who has it can actually be told that this book, you can't borrow it again. It has been reserved by somebody else. So that's how we try to ensure that we have equitable access to the few books that we are trying to purchase. Apart from that, we also have been trying over the years to reduce, or sort of to increase on the number of e-collection. So the e-books, because of the numbers of students and the fact that, like I said, if we buy one copy of a book, and it can't be shared amongst the 20 students or even 100 students. So the best is to buy an e-book. If it's an e-book allows a few more people to have access to the same book all at the same time. So we are trying to increase on the number of e-books that are there. So there's actually a link again on the library website of all the resources that we are providing. The journals, we have a very rich collection of e-journals for senior students, like the finalists of undergraduates and then the postgraduates. That collection, we feel it's very rich. Yeah, it is. It can be compared to any other university out there. Yeah.
And on building awareness that this is the information that's there, what are some of the plans? What are some of the ways you're going to ensure that this information gets out to more students?
Okay, thank you. So as in addition to the usual orientation that we do to all first years, we always ask that they come for orientation every academic year. Of course, not everyone comes, and even those that come sometimes forget what we tell them. But we do orient them to all the all the services that we provide. Apart from that, we do provide information literacy classes. There's actually a section dedicated to that here in the library. Students can walk in and request for a class. We have a whole syllabus on how to access resources, how to do literature review, how to cite, all those things we do give in the information literacy classes, right? Then, but they run every day. We have lessons coming in. Some of them come from the lecturers. We do try to request the lecturers to send their students to us to undergo these lessons. Apart from that, those that just come in like you, we invite them to bring colleagues or whatever, or through their class reps. They come in here to go through these lessons. But also, we know that these efforts have not been enough, as has been indicated. A lot of students seem still not know what we offer. So we want to now perhaps increase on our efforts by liaising with lecturers to see how we can maybe follow the students to the lecture room. Yeah, but we know that our student, the current student, is mostly found online. They are on Twitter, they are on Facebook, so we want to follow you there. We have a Twitter, I think a link, Twitter I'm not sure, but we have a Facebook link there on our website, so you can follow us. We do try to send short news percepts about what's going on in the library on Facebook. So we have that is the link that we are trying to follow the students on social media. But I guess we need to do more effort in that area as well.
I didn't know the library has an online catalog for books, because mostly when we have assignments, we have challenges Googling data, because Google has a whole lot of information and it's hard to pick what exactly you want and what the lecturers want you to do. So I feel in the future, especially during orientation, not even during, the library should have, let's say every month they should have like a library day where they showcase what really they do, because we only have orientation for the library once when we come in first year, and then we forget. Sometimes we don't even know that they have certain services that they offer. So I feel they should sensitize more, like have a day where people can just go and ask questions, or they showcase whatever they do publicly, like a stand playing music, and people go to their desk and find out more about the services that they offer.
It's a pity that no one knows about, or very few people know about, the online library that UNZA provides, where they can access books that they would find in the library. And it's better for everyone, because it would be easier to complete the assignments and just study if they need to study, rather than going all the way to the library. So it's just mandatory that the people in charge should make sure that everyone, all the UNZA students, know about this library and have easy access to this library, so that everyone's lives can be easier.